Okay, some people were asking me how I started learning programming, especially my students, they were asking me how I started learning programming. Okay, so I decided to make this video to explain how I started. Actually, I heard about computer and internet and browsing when I was still in secondary school, senior secondary school. So one of my classmates was telling us about how his elder brother was going to do browsing. So the way he was saying it, so wow, it was quite interesting. Like I mean, we've not done that before. It was so interesting. So, oh, I would like to try this, but I was a bit afraid anyway. I must tell you, I said, how would this be? Then, fast forward to when we are done with secondary school. So the first thing I did immediately after secondary school is to enroll in a popular computer academy in our area then. Okay, so my first day to see computer and touch computer and use it, so it was strange. It wasn't really easy actually because I'm not really that a confident person. Okay, but I'm a smart guy. I'm quite smart. Okay, I'm very smart. So the second day was really good. I started enjoying computer. So by the time I was through with it, I was already good enough. I was doing wonders. I was teaching other people. Okay. Then, but learning computer in a computer center is like you learn Microsoft Word, you learn Excel, learn some applications. Not that you're going to learn programming. No, no, those centers don't teach programming. You understand? So when I was through with it, I decided to work a little. So where I was working, making use of computer, teaching, I even taught computer there too, teaching computer there. So I was managing a lot of things. I was doing a lot of things. Then one day I was browsing the internet and I came across a website that talked about coding. I've never heard about coding before, but I've been hearing about programming because the word programming is popular. Anybody that doesn't even know about coding will know about programming. Do you get me? It's a popular term even to novices. So I've heard of programming, but I didn't know how it is done. So I came across a website where I saw a code, and I saw that code where the code was showing the visuals and showing the interface that was created with that code. I was studying it. I didn't understand it. When you are interested in something, you pay attention. I started paying attention. I started studying that code, and I noticed somewhere in that code where they use B as in B tag. And that B tag, they open the tag and close the B tag and put something in between the B tag. Then I checked the output and it was bolded. So wow, so this B tag is like when you bold something. Because I know about bold in Microsoft Word. I also saw I tag, the same thing, italicized. And I checked, it was italicized. So wow, so this is how it works. That was how I started. I even saw paragraph tag. Okay, I added the paragraph tag. I started trying it and it was working. That way I used that was how I started creating website typing code by myself. And at a point I was able to use that site to create I can't remember the site again, it's been a long time. I used it to build a complete website. Just simple website where my big picture was at the center of that website. I was so excited. Wow. So I was so excited. I said, wow, so I can do this. So I started sharing it to my friends. I actually shared it to one of my friends and he was so captivated by it. And I almost built a site they wanted to contract me to build a site for one musical artist then, a young upcoming music artist, but it didn't work out later, but they almost contracted me. But that was how my journey into programming started. Then I later went to ICT school, okay, where I learned Java programming, okay. But you know one thing about I know I used to tell people, but some people don't believe me. Okay, if you go to a normal physical training centers to learn, you can't cover what you're supposed to learn. And most people that are teaching there are not experts. But you will not know because you're also a novice. You will not know that they are not expert, that they are not experienced. Now I know better. Many of them are not that experienced, even though they are all graduates and they have degrees, but they are not experts. Even the ICT school I went to are not even owned by Nigerians. They are owned by, I think, Indian or something like that. Okay, but the teachers that are teaching there, many of them are not experts in that. They are not experienced. And some of them can't even teach well, because teaching is a gift. Not everybody can teach well. So it was a struggle for me learning, because someone that is coaching us is not really good. At a point, we had, but the guy he's a computer science student, but he's not really a good teacher actually. So not a student, but a graduate, computer science graduate actually, but he's not a good teacher. So later we have to write to the management, and they brought another guy, and that guy was lots better. Is better. He was teaching well. The guy was a good teacher. That was how we actually started learning to the extent that I was able to build simple calculator then with Java. And I was so happy. So wow, I can actually build a calculator. Then later I built, with what I learned, I had to build, because I was working in a printing and publishing establishment then. Okay, we were doing the graphic design, printing. I was actually partnering with a colleague, not necessarily that I'm working. I was partnering with a colleague. We established a computer training center and a printing and publishing center. So I had to build an app for calculating cost, printing cost, because calculating printing cost is actually a heavy task. If you are in printing, you understand what I mean. So for you to calculate the cost of, maybe somebody sent, or you want to create a brochure, to print a brochure for somebody, you have to check the number of pages, okay, then you take the paper type, the cost of the paper, okay, and so many other costs you have to check: the cost of impressions, the cost of finishing, cost of binding, the cost of whatever. Okay, so to calculate it, sometimes if you are busy, you might make mistakes. And if you make mistake in that calculation and you've already sent it to those that are going to give you the contract, correcting that mistake is difficult. You might not correct it again, because once you tell them it is this amount, they won't go beyond that amount, no matter what you say. So that it has happened to us that maybe when I was busy, I was given something to calculate, and I did the calculation, because I was the one that do that cost brochure when brochure comes. Okay, but sometimes if maybe maybe I was busy teaching students and somebody brought something for me to cost, maybe while teaching, doing graphic design, doing a lot of things, I might make one or forget to add something. Then the costs might not reflect the true cost, and it will cause problem. So I had to build the app to solve that problem. And I built it, and it was working. You can open it and use it to calculate the cost of printing in minutes. Instead of you making mistakes, you get it accurately. I'm sad. I didn't know where I kept that app again. I've looked for that file, the source code. Couldn't see it again, but I was able to build it there. But it wasn't enough, because building such app just a starting point. But this thing I built, we were not taught that in the computer ICT class. I had to use the basics I've learned, the principle I've learned to build it. You get me? Then when after the training, which lasted for I think a year or two, I've forgotten. Okay, so I got a certificate, but I knew that it wasn't enough. That I needed to learn more. Do you get me? So I had to start paying people. Once I know that you can code, I don't mind, no matter the amount. Once I have it, I will pay you to teach me. I paid a lot of people to teach me. Okay, but you know, one thing I noticed that a lot of people are not good teachers. Being a teacher is a gift. Even if you're a professional in what you do, it doesn't immediately qualify you to teach. Okay, so but I was learning. I needed it, so I was doing everything to learn, and I was learning actually. Oh, but it wasn't enough. Okay, until I came across YouTube learning online, because then YouTube wasn't that popular, learning online wasn't that popular. But when I came across learning online, I tried it and it worked. And I tried it again. I started learning. Oh my God, I consumed thousands of videos online. You can't believe it. Thousands of videos because I love programming. Up to now, I still love it a lot. I consumed videos, kept learning. Okay, and I was building something while learning. Then at a point, I also found out that learning through YouTube wasn't enough, that I needed to move to the next level. That was how I came across paying people online to teach me, experts, so that they will now guide me on actually what to learn first, what to learn second, then how to start building projects. Okay, so I had to pay. I paid a lot of people online. I have many coaches. I learned and I even entered into learning how to market my skill online. I've covered almost all digital marketing courses. I've learned a lot. And I'm still learning. There are still courses I've not even touched. Okay, but after going all through this, I found out that learning online is better. And that was how I started my own academy, online academy, to teach you online, because I found out that it is better to learn online than to learn physically. I've learned physically and learned online, and it is the online learning that actually made me who I am. But physical training also built the foundation for me anyway. But for me to get the details of what I needed to learn online, because online training will give you that detail, okay, step by step. Okay, so that is it. So that was how I ventured into programming, and here I am, okay, teaching other people and have so many students learning from me. And I now have other partners that are also experts in different fields from different parts of the world, teaching in my academy, teaching almost all ICT skills in my academy. And we have more vision than what we have now. And we are building applications and making tasks easy for people. Okay, that's by the way. If you love this, I will ask you to subscribe to the channel if you have not. Subscribe and share this video to people that will need it. Okay, if you know people that are interested in ICT, learning ICT skill, I bet you this video will be quite helpful to them. Share the video to them, subscribe, and if you love more content of this nature, turn on the notification so that anytime I post a video, you get notified immediately. So you keep watching and learning. Okay, I wish you luck.